Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the research guides. So from the library's homepage, click on Research Guides and then Subject Guides. There are three guides under Education. There's the main one for K-12 emphasis, and then one in higher education. You will see some overlap, especially between this first and third one. Now, as for those of you who are doing counseling, the psychology guide offers some other resources, which I'll show you right here. Varying DVD videos on counseling videos that are streaming, things like that, that are a little different than what you would find on the education guide. So be sure to check that out in addition to these three guides. So we're going to open up the education guide. Now there's some basic overview FAQs on the main page here, but where you want to pay the most attention to are these tabs at the top. What we're going to talk about in this video is this second tab, Articles and Databases. Now, a database allows you to search within hundreds of journals simultaneously. These databases are specific for the field of education and psychology and related disciplines. So the journals that are inside this database are going to be relevant to your field. ERIC is the most well-known database of all. That's provided to you by the Department of Education. You can actually access this database freely available online at eric.ed.gov. We also have the Professional Development Collection. Now, real quick, why would we have two different databases that are focusing on education? Well, because the contents inside of the databases differ. So, for example, in that previous video we watched, we were looking up to see if the library subscribes to the Journal of the First Year Experience. Well, maybe the Journal of the First Year Experience is inside of the Professional Development Collection, but not inside of ERIC. That's why you'd want to search both databases when you have a topic that covers education, just to make sure you're searching in as many journals as possible. Okay, now this third one is actually the premier database for psychology. So if you're interested in anything in higher education, for example, students and anxiety, you could actually use PsycInfo, and that would yield more results than something such as ERIC. Okay, there are going to be other databases here. Political Science Complete would be relevant for those of you who are interested in higher education and maybe financing, politics. We have some direct links to SAGE journals. And this tells you some of the journals inside of it, like Urban Ed, Community College Review. Likewise, Taylor and Francis tells you some of the journals that are inside. Community College Journal of Research and Practice. There is Cabell's, which is actually a database that tells you which journals have varying levels of peer review. We have a link to dissertations and theses. Now this is nationally, so if you want to see dissertations and theses across the United States on your topic, this is the database to use. Okay, we have LIBA, Language and Behavior, Soc Index, this is for sociological topics, JSTOR, which is multidisciplinary. JSTOR is not just education. JSTOR is primarily humanities, and it does have some social science in it. Teacher Reference Center, this is primarily K-12. LexisNexis is your legal research. And then mental measurements has to do with commercial instruments, commercial testing instruments. So that's just a basic overview of the databases that are listed. In this next video, I'm going to show you how to search within ERIC, the Professional Development, and PsycInfo.